Ian Zero is back, and we start off back where we left off with Shiva's armada basically right above them. Heads up, while editing I realized I said Shiva a lot instead of saying Shira. I don't know why, but I know his name is Shira, don't worry. It's funny, the crew actually thinks it's their fault that Shiva's actually there, but that's not it at all. It's not even close. But it's still a funny thought that they're all having. She doesn't care at all. He just creates a warp and just right outside. Doesn't even hesitate. Everyone else basically just calls him a jackass for leaving them. We get reintroduced to Shiva and his crew, and they're basically the same as they always were, but they're a lot more chill, I suppose you could say. I say that because the old robot man is actually still alive this time, and Shiva didn't kill him, so Shiva apparently doesn't have a hate boner for androids. So, as you can imagine, they're looking for Oasis headquarters, but they don't actually know where it is, so Shiva suggests just blowing the whole place up and just forcing them out. That's apparently when the princess shows up. And in this universe, she isn't his sex slave, she's his fiancée. And she seems to have some kind of like equal relationship with them, because when he threatens to blow the place up, she's basically like, I will not let you do that, and he actually backs down. He also seems extremely embarrassed about the fact that they're engaged, which means I think she might be forcing it on him. It's really hard to tell because everyone in the crew seems to agree that they are engaged, so I'm not sure if he's just overly embarrassed about being close with his woman he loves, or this is kind of like an arranged thing. I really don't know. Well, they're all goofing off. The ship just automatically just stops. They assume they're being attacked, but there's no evidence of that. But it's pretty clear that it's actually just Shiki using his gravity powers. They actually catch on real quick that he's using gravity ether, and Shiva gets super excited. And like a little kid, he decides to go off and play. What I mean by that is he jumps out of these ships so he can fight Shiki. Yeah, so Shiki and Shira introduce each other. Shiki says that he's an adventurer looking for Mother, and Shira basically mocks him for believing in such a fairy tale like Mother. But, you know, it doesn't really matter. They talk about how the fact that he's Ziggy's grandson. And so Shira's like, oh, so I guess that means we've met someone before. And she's like, yeah, in a sense, yeah. And hearing that, it's all that Shira needs. He just straight up just attacks him. She blocks the punch, but the gravity that they're both emitting basically caused the entire area to shake and explode. And Shira's like, oh, great, I'm going to have a decent fight for the first time in a while. And Shiki's like, oh, wow, you've actually gotten really strong since the last time I saw you. So yeah, basically they're just having fun basically, and they're just going at it. They're throwing boulders at each other, punching, kicking, going to full-on scrap. And back up on the ship, Shira's guys are like, they're both holding back, and they're somehow equal with each other. That's insane. Like, they did not believe there'd be a gravity user on par with Shira. So there's a pause in the fight where Shira basically says that he likes Shiki and that he wants to join forces with him. Now, Shiki is assuming that the two of them he wants to be friends with him, but before he can ask that question, Shira just drops a bombshell and says that he's going after Old Man Xenolith. Yeah, so apparently Xenolith is on this planet right now. This is why Shira showed up here. This is why he brought his entire team. The plan is actually to take out the old man because he doesn't think he can do it himself. But yeah, now that Shiki's here, he's like, okay, two gravity warriors work together, take out a third one. Easy peasy. I don't think it's going to be easy peasy. But to hear that Xenolith is actually on the planet is insane. I knew he was in the cosmos based on the chapters we had earlier, but the fact that he's actually on this particular planet, that's a very serious coincidence. Makes me wonder, since he's Ziggy's master, is he looking for Shiki? I mean, in the last universe, he trained Shiki for this because he was Ziggy's student. So it would make sense that in this timeline, he also would like to train his student's student. Well, that's a weird sentence. With that being said, he has been creating robot overthrowing planets and then annihilating those planets. So he might actually be a straight up enemy at this point. Either he's infected with a virus, which I doubt it because he used to be a human being. So he has to have some sense of human mind still in there. Or, more likely, in this timeline, something about him ended up getting distorted. What I mean by that is that he saw something personally, something that he just couldn't forgive, something that he couldn't handle about human beings, and so he decided that he would be a full-on android and side only with androids. Now this is the tricky part, because Shiki wants to be friends with Shira, but there's no way in hell he's going to let him kill the old man, so this might actually turn out to an actual rematch between the two of them, which should be fun to watch, but that's not the way I think this is going to go. I actually do think they're going to team up to take on the old man. The only reason I say that is because otherwise Shiki's going to get crushed. I mean, this isn't Shiki from 3 years in the future. This is still a very much younger and weaker Shiki. So he's going to probably need help to beat Xenolith. Not kill him, but beat him so he can actually get some answers out of him. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you and have a great day.